with the Wacker. It's been raining a lot, and we've had one dry day since the last rain, and I was scratching my head trying to figure out what I could do to try to get a little more flotation out of this machine. And I started doing some studying. The tires that come on this machine recommend 60 pounds of air pressure. But all the other tires the same size that I looked at on the internet run a maximum of 45 pounds of air. Well, I went and called the factory, or the U.S. representative of the factory, and I was talking to him, and I said, look, the book says, the owner's manual says 45 pounds, but the tire on the casing, it says 60 pounds. I says, can I run 45 pounds in this and not destroy the tire? Because if it was just the machine, it wouldn't be a big deal because the machine doesn't weigh all that much. But when you add 3,000 or 4,000 pounds worth of weight on the bucket, it could be an issue. Well, he said, no, man, you should be able to run the 45 pounds easy. Okay, cool. So I lowered all the pressures down to 45 pounds. Wow. Boy, this thing runs smoother and it handles better. It actually rides more stable. And right now I'm getting ready to dump some dirt over an area. Now, mind you, this is only a few inches of dirt, and I'm right now on top of an area where I got stuck previously with this machine, and I had to push myself out. And it's like, wow. Now I'm going to be making a bunch of trips through here hauling this dirt, so we'll see if it pumps up and gets soft where I can't get through it. But right now I'm pretty impressed with what I see here. Now, this isn't something I didn't know, because I'd run rubber-tired machinery before, but not knowing this machine, I wasn't sure of the dynamics that it puts on the tire as to whether I could get away with lowering the pressures down. Years ago, I was working on a project with a Bobcat dealer to make skid steers run in the sand better. And we put a wide tire, about the same width as this, but it was a smaller rim. And we were running primarily in sand in Florida. And I was running pressures as low as 15 pounds of pressure and not rolling the tires off the rim. Of course, I wasn't picking up the weight this thing picks up. That's the big issue, because this will pick up 2 or 3 times more than what that skid steer back then used to pick up. So once we played with the tires, and then I discovered in the sand, here it's a different type of dirt, but in the sand in Florida, the smoother the tire, the better it ran, because it didn't dig up the ground. The trouble with a skid steer on tires is every time you make a direction change, you're actually digging a hole. And then you got to work yourself. It takes a lot of energy to pick yourself up out of the hole. So you keep spinning your tires, and eventually you've got a trench dug, because you just keep moving that tire, you can't get on top of it again. This machine here does not dig holes when it turns, and it stays on top of the ground. That's why I decided to go with this instead of a skid steer when I bought this machine. So it's pretty impressive right now. Even though I knew it, but I'm learning this all over again. I've been on running track machines exclusively for about 12 years now. So just relearning what I used to know, but it's good to remember this stuff. Close to 20 trips out of here, and you can see that it's mushed up a little bit, but there's no real deep ruts. It's just moving the mud around on top. Before, I'd have been digging real deep ruts. Now, I guess if I made 2 or 3 dozen more trips through there, I could make a deep rut, but pretty happy with the difference here. And I've got the option of going down lower pressure, so it's going to be a balancing act of how low I want to run it with the weight that I'm toting. But I'm sure glad that I figured this out. It's made the machine feel a lot more stable. It rides better, and carrying the load better, and I'm crossing areas that I had been stuck in before, so it's definitely been an improvement. Water standing on top of the ground right there. You can see it's still pretty wet out here. Like I said earlier, we were only not even 24 hours from the rain. And it's supposed to rain again tonight. So definitely an improvement. Tell you, when I came out today with this machine, I was really worried that I was going to have to bring a track machine out here because of it being so wet and soft. I'm sure glad I can do more of this stuff with the rubber-tired machine. I'm not looking forward to that first replacement of sprockets that's coming up on the track machine. front of the bucket, you see the water running out of this dirt pile as I dig it. That's how wet this material is that I'm picking up. And even when you consider that and put that on top of the way the rest of this is looking, it's really making for a better job, really impressing me a lot with the difference in the character of the machine with the lower tire pressures. And you look at the tires, even with the bucket loaded, you don't see a lot of squat on the tires. I can go down low enough on pressure to where I can actually see the tire squat and not have to worry about the tire coming off the rim. So I've got that option. Not sure if I want to do that yet, but I'm still playing with it. I got a pretty good sized bucket there. Down the tire, you see a little movement in the sidewall, but not very much.